Okay, folks, you know the drill already, that when the Band-Aid comes off, the truth comes out. I'm going to do this. I'm just shooting this one right off the, from the hip, as we say. There's been a pretty big controversy that a guy that I looked up to as a kid, I'm a rock and roller. If you look at my first video I posted about, who is Street Jew. So I grew up secular, and I even put a video up, Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll. So you'll understand that my background was secular. I was a rock and roller. Since I was a kid, I started playing the guitar. Excuse me, sorry for that. When I was 5, and switched to the bass when I was 13. I was literally playing in nightclubs when I was 13 years old. Okay, and I played rock and roll and reggae and all sorts of stuff. Okay, so, I'm a musician. So, and I like Ted Nugent. I liked his music. I've just been a crazy guy, and I've, grown up with him. So, and, but saying that he's a crazy guy, I know that some people might say, okay, well, carry that to some other angle. But the angle really is that, and what he was trying to say, and it wasn't eloquent, so I will say, Ted, I really don't know how you could have put those Jews in a category together. I mean, I was thinking, what are you going to do? Put that Jude, the yellow star that we wore in Nazi Germany? They would have had an even bigger freak out fest on you, had you done that. So I don't, I don't know how eloquent you really could be with your message of why are these liberal Jews in the United States, trying to pass these crazy laws, trying to infringe on our rights. Now, so Ted put up a picture of about, I don't know, I think it's like 16 Jews or 12 Jews. It was in like a square. I don't have it in front of me. I'm not going to, look at it right now during the video. But you can go on YouTube. You can literally put every single one of these Jewish people, or, allegedly Jewish people. And I can talk about Erev Rav another time. But I will say, Erev Rav thing is something that you might want to look up people and see, because there are people that claim they're Jewish, but, aren't. Their lineage is not from Jacob. They came out of Egypt with us. I'll leave it at that for now. Okay, but you can go on YouTube and you can look at all the pictures that take the people that Ted Nugent had in this little square box, and go on and just write gun control in their name, and you'll see just just really draconian ideas by these people to infringe on our Second Amendment. And the Second Amendment says shall not infringe. Now legally that means you cannot touch it. It is a God-given right. That's what our founding fathers were trying to say. Just like freedom of speech, God-given right, guns, God-given right. Now you could say, of course, okay, freedom of speech, you can't yell fire in a theater, but a gun, it is not inherently anything but a tool. It's a tool. It's like my glasses, okay? Okay, or I can just, go up to the kitchen and grab a knife, or go and get a bat out of my shed. And I'll hold up a bat for you, or a knife for you, and you'll see. The knife is not going to kill somebody. The bat is not going to kill somebody. More people die, like slip and falls in a shower and things like this than of gun violence. So I think more people die of bee stings than gun violence. So the gun itself is a tool. It's like a shovel. Unless you pick it up and use the shovel and dig, you're not going to get a hole. Unless you pick up a gun and fire at somebody, and with the intent to kill somebody, this is a problem. And Jewish law is clear about, thou shalt not murder. Okay, that is what the commandment is. Thou shalt not murder. Okay? If it's translated as kill, it's translated incorrectly, because we are allowed to kill. If someone comes to kill you, kill them first. If someone comes to slay you, slay them first. This is Jewish law. So it never ceases to boggle my mind how we, as 1/10 of 1% of the world's population, I mean, yes, we do wonderful things, Nobel Prizes, all this stuff. we're smart people, and we're a people that strives to get ahead and doesn't sit on our laurels, gets off the couch, does our studying, and things like this. But it never ceases to amaze me how in a Christian country, and you could say, okay, separation of church and state, whatever, but America is about 3/4 Christian. So in a Christian country, we're going to come in and we're going to enforce draconian gun laws against what the Founding Fathers put in place. I mean, the Founding Fathers gave us the Second Amendment and that right in the Bill of Rights to bear arms. And then that being said, just look at the 20th century from 1900 to 2000 and look at all. I think about 250 million people were killed in government-sponsored, wars at events. Mao killed, from what we understand, between 60 and 80,000 people. Stalin killed 20,000 people. Of course, we had the Holocaust, where 6 million Jews were killed. And those Jews, there's another video I'm going to put in below in the comments. There's another video about Jews and the Holocaust and the modern gun control mirroring Nazi laws. Why would, as a Jew, why would you want to infringe on gun rights? I mean, the Second Amendment was not given for hunting. The Second Amendment was given for when a government rises up and does things against the will of the people that our last effort, not the first effort, okay? Because I'm a peace-loving guy. I'm not a young guy anymore. I'm middle-aged, as they say. So I understand that really violence, and I've read Sun Tzu's Art of War, and Sun Tzu says, in Art of War, Sun Tzu says, violence is the last option. Every other option must be used before violence. But at the end of the day, we need to protect ourselves. At the end of the day, if you don't have a gun, you're not on an equal playing field. If a 100-pound girl goes up after a 250, 300-pound guy, she stands no chance of fighting that guy off without a gun. Most Jews are not ninjas. We're, a kind people. Abraham was chesed, kindness. So, we're not inherently fighters, sadly. I think the fighters in the last 2,000 years of our people, were slaughtered first, always. So, like my rabbi, he was killed in 1990, standing up for Jews and Jewish rights. And then not many, none have replaced him. His son tried to replace him, but then he was murdered in 2000. So, we can see, and I'm giving this video in 2016, there hasn't really been any other Jews standing up in this way. So, the Second Amendment shall not be infringed, and I support Ted Nugent. I don't 100% love the way you presented it. I don't know of a better way. I'd have to think of a better way to present it, of why this cabal of leftist, liberal Jews, or Erev Rav, some of them. Soros is for sure Erev Rav. The guy cannot be Jewish. He's a capo in World War II, and to this day he is supporting gun rights. A guy like Bloomberg, I would like to question his lineage. Also, these guys they're out of their minds. I mean, well, they're not out of their minds. They're globalists, and they want control. They're control freaks. They're power hungry. They're power mad. They have more money than they could ever spend in 20 lifetimes. So, once you get all that type of money, the money's really not an object to them. It's like sand on a beach. If you and I went to the beach and had the sand, what's sand? That's like the money to them. What they want now is control. And you can even see in the Conan movie when the guy captures Conan and tells him, and he tells the girl, come here, my dear, and she walks down, and he tells Conan that it's no longer the riddle of steel. What was the first in his path and his journey, but it became the control of flesh, to control flesh. And that's what these people want. They want to control our flesh. And I say to you people, don't buy into it. All right, don't 100%, love the way Ted Nugent presented the idea, but understand the message. And he's probably just so exacerbated over this situation that, as a non-Jew, he would present it this way. And as a Jew, I'm presenting it in a different way, yet I understand what he was trying to say. So this is the story, and I support you, Uncle Ted, okay? Just, I don't know, try to maybe have another symbol. I don't know what other symbol you would use, but as a Jew, I understand what you meant and where you were going with this.